Hi, welcome again to the Wholeness Wisdom podcast. I have a pretty short episode here today. I am interviewed by my friend David, who is also in North Carolina, and he has an upcoming thing in January, which is very exciting. He is calling it the Effective Heart-Based Business Networking with Integrity. So this is going to be happening in North Carolina, and he's interviewing people who run businesses and try to operate that with humility and integrity. So he's asking me 12 questions, and I hope you enjoy the interview. I think it says a lot about what wholeness work and mixed modalities change work is all about, which is really, for me, helping people recognize their true nature. So these questions really go into how that works and maybe how this is different than traditional talk therapy where there's a therapist and there's the therapized. So good to see you, and I'll see you again soon. Please like and subscribe if you like the content so that other people can find this work. Thanks. Bye.
So today I'm pleased to be with Erin Brown, and I'm going to interview her a bit. And I'm first asking her to just share a minute or two about what she does. I'm looking forward to her answers to these questions. So question number one, Erin, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would your clients rate your humility, transparency, and follow through? And what do you think shapes those ratings?
Well, I could only guess how they would rate those things. From what they've shared with me, I would say the humility would be high. The factor would have to be high because what I do, it really takes an openness and an emptiness of presence to be with them, to really let the answers come from their own truth.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think what shapes that is necessity in the
Mhm.
work that we do, and also a genuine wanting to be there and wanting to be space for them.
That's beautiful. And share what you do a bit because we forgot to go
Yeah,
through that.
what I do is a modality of self-inquiry meant to help people transform behaviors that they wish they didn't have. And the result is often an experience of self-realization, or as Carl Jung would call it, individuation. So it's coming
Great.
to know oneself as a whole.
No, that's good. That's a good. Okay, number two. What was the most emotionally intense or meaningful moment you've had in your business journey, and what did it reveal about your core values
Okay, the most emotionally intense.
or meaningful?
Yeah, I would say that when working with someone, it's a common thing in therapy to have what is called transference. So you're kind of, things are going back and forth between the person and the client.
Hmm.
So I had a moment where I felt strong emotion at something someone else was going through, and had to, I met a crossroads where I had to either tell them that that was happening or pretend it wasn't. And in this specific modality of therapy, it is all about authenticity. So I chose to be honest with them, and it really built a lot of intimacy between us. So we are open that this is not just about me working with them as this absent observer, but it's actually an active participation. So that was
And it
really
goes and it goes back to transparency, which we talked about before.
exactly. Yeah.
Number three, what kind of relationships truly nourish your work, and how do you recognize when you're in one?
What kind of relationships nourish this work? I would say just one kind of relationship, which is an honest and open relationship with myself, and the other as not separate. So
That's
it's really
great.
a holistic relationship.
And you recognize that because you get a sense of a connection, a stronger sense of connection. I'm just guessing when that happens
Sometimes,
with
sometimes,
both you and the other person, ideally.
right. Sometimes it takes longer because other people, they don't know what it's like to have a completely open experience with another person. So it also comes with a genuine allowing people to be really where they are. So sometimes I just recognize that's happening because I'm allowing them to be right where they are.
Yes. When was the last time you listened so deeply it changed your business direction or your understanding of yourself as a leader?
This is kind of a recent experience, actually.
Great.
Yeah, so I am working on publishing a course right now, which is going to be live to the public in January. And I've never done that before in this way. So I've been asking for help from people who've done this kind of thing with marketing and listening to their answers on how to market something. There was a lot of resistance in me because selling something, I associate it with not being authentic, trying to sell somebody something. So it kind of met up with my values of authenticity. And I had to notice the resistance in myself and be open to listening about selling things and marketing in a new way. And I felt something shift in myself after meeting with this gentleman, because I had to reckon with my own resistance and see how questioning that resistance would lead to helping more people. So
Great. That's clear. That's beautiful. Okay. Why did you start doing what you do? And if you peeled away layers of success or obligation, what intention remains at the center?
okay. Yes. So I do what I do because I had an experience of meaninglessness in my life and being very lost and feeling very disconnected. So I sought a new kind of therapy after traditional therapy. And it really led me to awaken to the wholeness of myself or my essential nature. So I naturally was led to want others to experience that too, because I
That's
see
great.
suffering everywhere.
Very clear.
So
Thank you.
the intention at the core of that, I would say, is service and love and compassion for people who are suffering.
Great. What is one small, soulful experiment you're trying or would love to try in your business right now?
This is again coming back to this course. So the soulful experiment is offering people questions that will help them turn toward their experience of themselves beyond concepts of themselves in meditations, in readings, and then also in a group setting. So I've never done that before. Traditionally, I just do one-on-one work with people. And so this is like giving them a whole big bag of tools and a group to work in. And we're going to see what it looks like. I think it's going to be
And
really
that's great. It's kind of an adventure in a good way.
awesome. Yeah, it is.
Yes. If your business were a musical instrument, what would it sound like right now? And what tuning might it need to sound truer?
Very interesting. Well, I mean, any instrument. I would say maybe something with strings, because the the vibration and the resonance with a stringed instrument. I also live with a musician who plays stringed instruments. Um, I feel like you can pluck the string in a different way. You can use different techniques to make the string vibrate. And there are all these different ways we can come to balance and harmony. But sometimes it's really an adjustment of the musician more than tuning the instrument.
You have to tune yourself up a bit. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Change your
Great.
posture or something. Yeah.
That's great. Well, four more. Um, and you've actually answered this, I think, and tell me if I'm right. What pattern, belief, or behavior are you currently in the process of unlearning in your business? And it seems to me it's resistance to sales, that sales has to be horrible and terrible and unspiritual and wrong. So you're in the process, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're in the process of unlearning that, yes?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about it, or?
Well, I would say that the process of learning can be as quick as a moment. It doesn't have to be minutes long, hours long, days long. It can be simply recognizing a resistance and being open to saying yes. So I think what's really beautiful is the ease in which change can happen. It doesn't need to be a very long process. But yes,
Yes.
I'm
Is
experimenting with a new perspective on it, definitely.
yes. Is there anything that's surfacing specifically in its place? Being letting go of
Surfacing,
that.
yeah, surfacing in the place
Of
of,
that, the resistance to
yeah,
selling.
of that resistance. I'd say what's surfacing in the place of that is curiosity, and like, what is authentic, showing up authentically in the realm of marketing look like? And it's actually really fun to see what that looks like.
Yes. Have you ever made a decision in your business based purely on intuition, and how did that turn out?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the whole way this business came to be is from intuition. I had zero plans of doing what I do, not even the slightest conception. And it was just a knowing. And that's how I do every step of this
And
is
how long ago did it begin?
about 3.5 years ago.
Okay, thanks. Two more. What does quote success unquote mean to you now, and how has that meaning evolved in those 3.5 years?
Great question. Say success is showing up presently with people whenever the opportunity arises. So that is with you here today, David. It's with a message in the inbox. It's with a client over Zoom. It's just that is success for me because coming from my prior life, I didn't show up for anything. I didn't show up for myself. So showing up and just being here and being happy to be here, that is success. And I live there.
Woody Allen once said, I think 83% of life is just showing up.
He was
But
right.
obviously showing up fully, not just kind of dragging yourself into it.
Right. Not just showing up in a physical way.
Yeah, that's great. Last question. If your business were a wave, where do you sense yourself right now? Crest, trow, or harmonic still point? And what's next from here? Two questions.
Interesting. I would say the harmonic still point because through these investigations, my conception of time has changed drastically. So I don't live in the future. I don't live in the past. It is very much right here, right now. So I, that's it. Yeah.
Well, that's it. That concludes our interview. So it was great to talk with you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thanks so much for having me here, David. I hope you enjoyed this interview. One thing I would like to share is that my book has just come out in paperback and ebook format. It is called The Whole Self: Awakening the Inner Wisdom to Live as Yourself. And this book is pretty short, easy to read. It's meant to be opened anywhere and used as a guide for self-investigation and returning home to the essential core of being. So I hope you enjoy it, and you can find the link in the caption. Thank you. Bye.